60 seconds of stage time. You know your 60 seconds is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Oh, come on, Brian. Gets a little bit more quiet every week. You have to let him hear it for it to even... There you go. That's the sound that you hear when your 60 seconds is up. Don't go over your time or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear.
Do you have a sketch artist now?
Yeah. It's amazing. It's the great Ryan J. Ebelt over there. He draws a picture.
Like
as
courtroom style?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trippy courtroom.
And he draws like the theme.
Can you make me black?
He'll do it.
Yeah, it's done.
Fuck yeah. So, yeah, he does every episode. It's RyanJEbelt.com, by the way. I don't know if I said that up front. But he has prints of every funny thing. And he also draws, like, the theme, like if there's a running joke and stuff, like that becomes part of it. So anything can happen. You guys ready for Kill Tony or what, you crazy motherfuckers? Funnest show on a Monday at 8. Put your hands together for your first comedian tonight. His name is Tony James.
Have you ever had a very special friend that you just totally hate? I married that heifer. Have you ever seen a pussy hole so big that it's just too big? I did. I saw this pussy hole that was so big, I felt like the only thing I could do to it or for it was give it a nickname. I called it the wishing well. Because when she first opened her legs and I first saw that gigantic hole, the first thing I said was, I wish you well with that one. Tony James, thank you very much.
Fuck yeah, 48 seconds to Tony James.
Run, Tony. Just run. Get out of here, dude. Just fucking run. Don't stay here for this. Don't stay here for this. You don't want this in your soul. You don't want to hear it, man. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it, man. You don't want to feel it. You don't want to remember it. You don't want none of this.
Yes, I do, Joe.
Just go watch it on Periscope. Go home and watch it on Periscope. Don't say
Well, let me ask you. How do you think that went?
Well, that pretty well. I think that went pretty well.
That's fucking crazy.
You did leave the pauses in between jokes like they were laughing. I'll give you that. Like, you had pauses like you were getting full-blown applause breaks.
I like the word a pussy hole, too. I mean, you could just say pussy hole over and over
that's
again.
Brian Redban's feedback.
Just pay attention to the fact that he barely got that sentence out.
I
it. How long you been doing it, Tony?
Like 7 years.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. It's not the number I was hoping to hear.
Well, I mean, that wasn't the joke I really could bring up here for 160 seconds. Come on, man. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna pile on you. It's
Right.
just like, what's your writing process?
Opening, setup, punchline.
Uh-huh.
And you going for shock too, a little bit?
Whose pussy hole was this? Where'd you see such a big pussy hole? And what did you say? Can you repeat it? Because I didn't really. I just heard. I wish I was. I
Said he wished you well.
I wish you well.
I said
Like
I
he's still
nicknamed
weak.
it the wishing well.
Okay. Who had this pussy hole?
Well, actually, it was one I left that way.
Was she sort of Big Bird-esque, one would say, maybe? You know, like,
No.
were you in Boston at the time? Pat just visited his parents in Boston. His parents don't fuck. Anyway,
No.
I mean,
I went for shock though. I
You went
did.
for shock?
I went for shock.
what do you listen to on your headphones? You have the headphones around your neck. It's a bold comedy move. It's almost like saying, like, at any point, I'm just gonna put these on.
Well, these headphones say I didn't expect to get up tonight. That's all.
Oh, I love it. What have you been listening to today?
Sean Paul. I've been listening to. You ever hear of the Spinners?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Rubber Band Man.
Yeah, he's got it. A musician.
All right, I'd say this about your wishing well joke. I would just say I threw a bunch of coins in it. or something like that. Like
Well,
anything other than.
That wouldn't fit into
or-
1 minute. I
or
actually have go
I
that way,
married that
but it
heifer.
doesn't.
Yeah, the married a heifer.
Well, I didn't join those two.
I thought you
Callback?
said effer, which
No, I
was
said-
confusing because then your next line said pussy hole. So I was
Well,
like, are you
yeah,
censoring
I'm just
yourself?
going for shock, 60 seconds.
So you've been doing comedy for 7 years. What do you do for work? How do you survive?
Well, I'm retired Marine Corps.
Oh, nice. An American hero, ladies and gentlemen.
I wouldn't know
Great.
about that.
And clearly now by your attire, you spent your retirement umpiring third base, right?
No. I spend time actually writing for someone and some people.
Nice. Okay. What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? I watch a lot of some things like Japanese anime. I play softball. I play golf.
Huh.
Things like that.
You in a softball league?
No.
Where the
there
fuck
aren't
are you
any-
going with
any
these
real-
questions?
Trying to figure stuff out. Maybe
Jesus
maybe
Christ.
maybe my softball team needs a new cleanup hitter. And
You just have to write harder, man.
Well, this is not enough time to get into.
oh, it is. You're gonna see people kill.
But you know you're not gonna.
It's gonna hurt you when they come up here and they're gonna murder during this show. There's people that'll get really hard.
Well, I
bites.
haven't seen it yet. I'm still.
Well,
Well,
You're
you're
the
the
first
first
one.
guy. Jesus Christ.
Well, this
You
is
can't
not my
listen.
first show.
Here's one thing you can never do. You can never make excuses why it didn't go well.
Right.
Don't ever say I didn't have enough
thought
time.
it went well. I'm saying
It definitely
you
didn't
asked
go
me.
well. 100%. No, and you can't.
Well, so the
You
first
can't
joke
look
didn't-
at.
you
You
didn't like
can't
the
look
first
at
joke?
it. No, definitely not. You can't look at it in a
That is my
delusional
opening
sense.
joke. It kills except for everybody.
No,
except
it definitely
for Rogan.
doesn't. There's no way it does.
Oh, yes, it does.
You can't listen.
I mean,
you can't
you know.
be delusional. If you don't look at it objectively, you'll never get good at this shit. This shit is brutal. This is a
Yeah.
hard. Listen, there's 100 people in this room, and all of them know how to talk. Okay, so for you to be the one person that gets to talk, you better have something extraordinary to say.
Boom.
You can't look at it and go, "This is good enough. This always works."
That's not
I don't
what
have
I
enough.
said. I listened
Okay,
to
you're making
the crowd
excuses.
reaction.
You're making
Crowd
excuses.
reaction.
There was none.
It's true.
Nobody laughed at my first joke.
Tony, did you hear that
Come on.
sound that
Come
they
on,
just
man.
made?
Seriously.
The sound of silence
This
is
is
like.
it's not, you're not a bad person. We're not judging you as a human being, but we're talking about what you did, like your art. Like the only way you're ever going to get good at this is if you own up to it and look at it objectively. And you can't think it's going well when it's not. That's the curse of the open micer. There's open micers to this day that are still hearing phantom jokes from a show that they bombed at. And it's this defense mechanism that your brain creates. It allows you to get through it and not have this. Bombing on stage is like sucking 1,000 dicks in front of your mother, all right? We all know it. Everyone knows it. And when you bomb, you want to come up with all these reasons why you didn't. And it's just defense mechanisms, and that defense mechanism is going to keep you from ever getting good at this.
Truth bombs straight from the top of the show from Joe Rogan, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, now can I say something real fast?
Uh-oh, rebuttal from
That'll
Tony
not be an
James.
excuse.
No, it's not an excuse. Now, from what I heard, now I listened, I thought the joke went well. Now, if I usually record myself, and so that joke works. Whether or not it worked here tonight, jokes don't always work everywhere you go. Come on.
That sounds like an excuse, right?
Record it from the back of the room. It will change your whole like you'll listen to it. You'll hear the audience.
Even if it worked before, you wouldn't do that on a special. You wouldn't. You know it has to be stronger deep down, or even on the surface. You know that shit has to be stronger. So that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And it's not going to hurt you if you listen to us in the long run.
Well, I'm not-
next time you're around a
I'm not
pussy,
upset by what you guys have to say. May I say that? I'm not upset. It doesn't bother me at all. I get mentorship.
When people say
And
I'm
I've
not
heard
upset,
worse.
they're upset.
okay, Tony,
heard worse.
we love you. You gave it your all.
Well, I think
Tony James, everybody, get serious from the top. Next
It's a
time,
hard fucking art form, folks.
it is.